The Biafra Chief of Staff Ngozi Orubueze has announced the recruitment of Biafrans into the Biafran security forces. Ngozi Orubueze made the announcement in her official X handle, formerly Twitter. The recruitment was jointly signed with Biafra Secretary of Defense. According to Ngozi Orubueze, the recruitment is into Biafra Defense Forces, Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Navy, Biafra Air Force, and Special Squads. The statement read, "The United States of Biafra under Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, represented by the Chief of Staff, Deputy Prime Minister and Defense Minister, is hereby calling on all eligible Biafra citizens to join the Biafra Defense Forces, Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Navy, Biafra Air Force, and Special Squads." This recruitment is decentralized using state commanders, deputy commanders, state administrators, and special trainees. The task to strengthen our armed forces against reintegrated terrorists wearing Nigeria military and police uniform is critical to protecting the sovereignty and geographical space of the newly declared nation, the United States of Biafra. Let me tell you a story about something that has been the talk of the town lately, and it is both intriguing and intense. It's about the Biafran movement in Nigeria, a group of people who have been fighting for their independence for years. But this story takes a dramatic turn, one that's been unfolding in real time and shaking up a lot of things. So settle in, because it's a tale worth diving into. It all began on Christmas Day. Yes, on the very day when most people were at home celebrating with their families, opening gifts, and enjoying the warmth of the holiday season, Ngozi Orubueze, who is the Chief of Staff of the Biafran movement, made an announcement that sent ripples across Nigeria. She took to her X account, which many of us still think of as Twitter, and declared something monumental. Ngozi Orubueze announced that Biafra was recruiting over 50,000 men and women to serve in their armed forces. That's right, 50,000 people. Let that number sink in for a moment. Now, this wasn't just a casual post on social media. No, it was a well-thought-out and carefully worded statement. In her message, Ngozi Orubueze explained that this recruitment drive wasn't just about creating an army. It was about building an entire defense structure. She talked about forming a liberation army, a navy, an air force, and even special squads. It's the kind of plan that sounds like it's straight out of a political thriller, but this is very real. The statement wasn't just from Ngozi Orubueze, though. It was co-signed by Solomon, the Secretary of Defense for Biafra. Together, they made it clear that this was a call to action for all eligible Biafran citizens. They emphasized the importance of strengthening their armed forces to defend what they call the newly declared United States of Biafra. Yes, you heard that right. They are calling it a nation now. What's interesting is that Ngozi Orubueze's statement pointed out a specific threat. She mentioned reintegrated terrorists who are allegedly disguised in Nigerian military and police uniforms. According to her, these individuals pose a danger to the Biafran people and their territory. She said this recruitment drive was not just about defense, it was about sovereignty. It's about protecting their land, their people, and their identity. But here's where things get even more complicated. The Biafran movement itself is not a united front. There are multiple factions within the movement, each with its own leaders and followers. Some people support Simon Ekpa, who calls himself the Prime Minister of the Biafran government in exile. Others align with different leaders, including Ngozi Orubueze. It's a tangled web of loyalties and agendas, and this new recruitment drive has brought some of those tensions to the surface. Now let's talk about the logistics of this recruitment drive. Recruiting 50,000 people is no small feat. It's not just about finding willing participants, it's about training them, equipping them, and organizing them into a cohesive force. Critics have been quick to point this out. They're asking questions like, where are the resources going to come from? And how are they going to manage such a large force? Some are even skeptical about whether this is a realistic goal or just a symbolic gesture. And then there's the Nigerian army. Reports suggest that over 12,000 soldiers have fled the southeast region of Nigeria in fear of escalating conflicts. Imagine that. The idea of a growing Biafran force has clearly struck a nerve, and it's causing a lot of uncertainty within the ranks of the Nigerian military. It's not hard to see why. If this recruitment drive succeeds, it could significantly shift the balance of power in the region. But let's not forget about the civilians, the everyday people who are just trying to live their lives amidst all this turmoil. For them, this isn't just a political or military issue, it's a matter of safety and survival. Many of them are tired of being caught in the middle of these conflicts, tired of living in fear, and tired of not knowing what the future holds. For the supporters of the Biafran movement, though, this recruitment drive represents hope. They see it as a step toward achieving their dream of independence. They believe they are fighting for a cause that is bigger than themselves, a cause rooted in the belief that Nigeria, as it stands, is a failed state. It's a sentiment that resonates with many Nigerians, even those who aren't part of the Biafran movement. The frustrations with corruption, poverty, and lack of opportunities are widespread, and they've left a lot of people yearning for change. But change is never easy, is it? It requires unity, strategy, and a clear vision. And that's where the Biafran movement faces its biggest challenge. The internal divisions within the movement could undermine everything they're trying to achieve. The question is, can they rise above these divisions and work together? Or will these cracks in their foundation prove too wide to bridge? As we watch this story unfold, it's clear that this isn't just about Biafra versus Nigeria. It's about identity. It's about sovereignty. And it's about the lengths people will go to for what they believe is right. It's a story of hope and heartbreak, of courage and controversy. And no matter where you stand on the issue, it's a story that's far from over. So, what do you think? Is this the beginning of a new chapter for Biafra? Or is it just another twist in a long and complicated history? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. This is a story that has captured the attention of people far and wide. And it's one we'll be talking about for a long time to come. The news of the recruitment drive organized by the Biafra Chief of Staff, Ngozi Orabueze, spread like wildfire. It was a tale that sent shockwaves through the Nigerian army and beyond. To truly understand the gravity of this announcement, we need to journey through the layers of intrigue, historical tensions, and the sheer determination of the people involved. It all began when Ngozi Orabueze took to her official X handle, formerly known as Twitter, to make a bold proclamation. This wasn't just any announcement, it was a call to arms, a rallying cry for Biafrans across the region and beyond. The United States of Biafra, under Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, she began, is hereby calling on all eligible Biafran citizens to join the Biafra Defense Forces, Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Navy, Biafra Air Force, and Special Squads. These words carried weight, not just because of their content, but because of what they represented, a renewed effort to consolidate Biafra's sovereignty. The recruitment drive, jointly signed by Ngozi Orabueze and the Secretary of Defense, Solomon Nwankwo, marked a significant escalation in the struggle for Biafran independence. It was decentralized, leveraging state commanders, deputy commanders, state administrators, and special trainees to mobilize and organize recruits. This decentralized approach aimed to ensure that the recruitment reached even the most remote areas, leaving no stone unturned in the quest to bolster their ranks. To truly appreciate the implications of this announcement, one must understand the historical backdrop. The struggle for Biafra's independence is not a new story. It is rooted in the events of the late 1960s when the eastern region of Nigeria, predominantly inhabited by the Igbo people, declared independence as the Republic of Biafra. The declaration led to a brutal civil war, marked by immense suffering, loss, and ultimately the reintegration of Biafra into Nigeria. However, the spirit of Biafra never truly died. It lived on in the hearts of its people, resurfacing over the decades through various movements and leaders who sought to rekindle the dream of an independent Biafra. The Nigerian army, already grappling with insurgencies in the north and other parts of the country, found itself in a precarious position. Reports began to surface of Nigerian soldiers fleeing the southeastern region, with some estimates suggesting that over 12,000 personnel had abandoned their posts. The exodus was attributed to the growing influence of Biafran forces and the fear of facing a rejuvenated and determined opponent. The recruitment drive also highlighted a deep divide within the Biafran movement itself. While Ngozi Oruebweze and her allies pushed forward with their plans, other factions voiced their dissent. Accusations flew back and forth, with some claiming that the recruitment was a desperate attempt to gain control over the fragmented Biafran forces. This internal conflict mirrored the larger challenges facing the Biafran struggle, a lack of unity and coordination among its leaders and factions. As the news of the recruitment spread, it elicited mixed reactions from the public. For many Biafrans, it was a moment of hope, a sign that their dream of independence was alive and well.
For those of you who didn't be on my DM asking me about Biafran recruitment, Bundina be on my DM asking me, na Jum FC na actually pa Biafran soldiers. All thanks to Ngozi Oruebweze. They feel me, take your time and read. Ego chaze maloko yi game. Open yi game, then there is an email attached to it. What I go? He send the relevant mail. Ya cholo men umolobi. Men umolobi. Anya cholo kwa mde banana hat. Anya cholo mde banana hat. Ya cholo men umolobi. Okwe na wata. Biafran soldiers are cholo banana hat. They feel me. Open yi game, we send the relevant mail. When I water, he share this video called as welfare. You feel me? All thanks to Ngozi Oruebweze. I am a the possible. When I water go, I know we go protect our land. No matter what. No matter what, we go protect them. I get check about any. All of us. They feel me? Good.
So I'm using this opportunity to warn the criminal element that are calling our people, few of our men on ground, asking them, what do you have? How many things do you have? How many sticks you have? And wanting that individual to stop. If he doesn't stop, he will get the wrath of Biafra very, very soon. If you are working for Biafra under the leadership of His Excellency Simon under the leadership of the United States of Biafra, you must follow the instruction of the United States of Biafra Secretary of Defense, Solomon Nkwocha. Anything you do outside that, you are inviting the wrath of Biafra against you, and you will get it. That is a promise. If you go against the Biafra Defense Department at this point, you are doing yourself a very big danger and harm. And I wouldn't want anybody to be in harm's way. I do not want anybody to be in danger way. But we are running a government. And that government is there to protect me and you. That government is there to protect all of us. That government is there to protect Biafrans from the hand of the terrorist state of Nigeria. That government is there to protect our land, our geographical location, our land, all our geographical area of Biafra land. That is what this United States of Biafra government is for. That government is there to ensure that all our international allies recognize us, peacefully or forcefully move Nigerian terrorist state away from Biafra land. That is what this government is doing. Biafra government, Biafra defense is not after any individual. If you have been working and following our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, reach out to the Biafra Defense Secretary to continue to continue the job you have been doing for Biafra. That is the only way that Biafrans will believe that you are working for them. Anything outside that, that means you are against the government of Obatobia, you are against the government of Biafra. And if you want to wage war against the United States of Biafra, I promise you, you will never succeed. You will never succeed. Because first of all, you have to know how many war you want to pick. And I keep telling people, pick your battles. It's not every battle you want to go to. Pick your battles. And if you know that your battle is to defeat the terrorist state of Nigeria, to defeat the Nigerian military wearing their uniform in Biafra land, Nigerian Fulani terrorists that are disguised as Biafrans, if you want to fight that battle, Zoom, then you must reach out to the Biafra Defense Department and get your name in the list, get the position you have been occupying before, continue to do what you do under the leadership of Obatobie, and continue to let Biafrans appreciate you. You have the opportunity to do that from today. From today. Assuming you've been deceived in the past, you were confused, you don't know where to go, somebody is confusing you. After today, you have a choice to ensure that you go back and follow and do what Obatobie has instructed you to be doing for Biafrans. If you don't want to do that, then you are on your own. But I promise you that every state, the 40 states of Biafra, they will continue to do what Obatobie has instructed them to do, which is protecting their land, defending our men and women, defending us from the terrorists that come to take over our land. If you want to be a hindrance to that, you will have yourself to blame. That is what I want to say on that. If you give them any of your penny, just know that is a wasted penny, which they are using to fight Obatobie. The only account approved right now for the United States of Biafra is the New Dimension mandate and the local account. Any other account, any true Biafran is encouraged to use only those accounts. The IPOBUSA.org/ that account is fraudulent. It has been hijacked by these criminals. If you put your money there, you are wasting you're not supporting our angels on ground. You're not supporting all the plans we have. That's all I have to say in the area of that donation point.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending the time you see this video, you saw this video. So a complaint just came to my office that this place is Ebonyi State, Abakaliki prison. That these people now, they are prisoners. So, and my own greatest concern on this thing is that there is no prison or cell you will go to, or you will enter inside there. You will see an Yoruba man or Hausa man, more especially Hausa people. Does it mean that Hausa people are not among, if they are driving for this Nigeria? Does it mean that Hausa people are not among Nigeria? If they want Nigeria to stand, does it mean that Hausa people are not among Nigeria? But I won't say much, because even this place that they are videoing this thing, I don't think that this thing is a prison. I don't think that this thing is a prison. I don't think that this thing is a prison. Does prison have TV? Or does prison has a blue light? Does it has fancy light? Does prison have bed? Because I don't understand. But through comments, I will know if this is really Abakaliki prison. Because if I find out that this is Abakaliki prison, I will do a great job to that Abakaliki prison. Me and my guys, we will do a great job to that Abakaliki prison. Let this thing now sound as warning to whosoever it may concern. To whomsoever it may concern, let this video sound that person as a warning. Because we are coming. If I notice that this is a true, this thing now is a true, I will not take the lights to all their zoo forces, all their military men. They call themselves army, Nigerian army. But we don't care. Even if they are Nigerian army, we don't care. But I say they should wait for us. I've seen that it's time to scatter everywhere so that they will know. But they should wait for us. And besides, if you want to give a report to me, stop mentioning Simon Ekpa. Stop mentioning that name. If you want to give a report to me, I don't want to hear that name. It's not my leader. It's not my leader. Have you seen me ever post Simon Ekpa in my page before? He's not my leader. So please, don't ever mention Sir Ekpa or Simon Ekpa. I don't even care. I don't care. Because he's not doing his job. I don't care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I don't come again, I don't show up again. Mbremba Amaro Nozo de Anya. This is me, aka Janto the Yahoo. Igwe Obato Obia, one of Igwe. I want to use this a wonderful opportunity to appreciate all our people, both in diaspora and at home. I want to appreciate once again all of us of Biafran all over the world. And to let the world know that Igwe Obatobia, Onyezoku, Lala Biafra. I am still standing Gidibam, and this is me. No retreat, no surrender. This is just my arrival. It is quite unfortunate that I have never been at home and I have never been around since I got the information that all these criminal, Janjaweed, military, terrorists, bandits, they came into this land and started terrorizing people anyhow. Not only that all alone, I got information that they only came in. Thank God that they did not harm any of my men. They did not kill anybody. They only pack mad people in Okigwe. Not only the pack mad people at Okigwe. I want the world to understand this. These people are calling us terrorists. They are tithing us a terrorist while we are the owners of the land. How can we be a terrorist in our own land? How can we be a criminals in our own mother's land? Now, the terrorists and the criminals in zoological country, they have come to our own land. Not only that they come to attack my own soldiers, Liberation Army, Biafra Liberation Army. No. They only just to came and burnt down houses. Looted all properties of people everywhere. And also, they came there. They looted properties. They burnt houses and shops. Is that a place that ESL used to live? Can them know a place to go and look for ESL? What is the problem? I just want to understand. What is the problem of these people? Only that we say no, that we don't want Nigeria again. If you don't want to release the freedom, you give a date of referendum. Let peace be in the land. We are not to harm anybody. We are to make peace. We are there to protect life and property. At Enugu, the same way. Huh? They burned down houses, looted people's property. At Onitsha, Anambra, the same way. They went there, they burnt houses, they looted people's property. At Ebonyi State, the same way. They went there, they burnt houses and looted people's property. Now, we and them, which people are to, are to notify as a criminal and a terrorist? Is it not them that have come to Eastern region, burning houses and looting people's property? I even heard in Ako, Okigwe, they came there, one of the priests in a Catholic church, a machine he parked there, they parked the machine, and they tied it that is one of the power bike they cut from ESN camp. For what reason? I just want the world to understand this. We are not of evil, we are not of bad. Though many people have been messing up around, moving around with my name, collecting money from people, from one people to another, telling them that it's gentle. I can never call you on phone and begin to request of money. I can never try to call you on phone and begin to tell you, do you know whom I am? I have never done that before. All these things is allegation. But I don't give blurring care on that, because I know whom I am. And I know my nation. My nation is Biafra. And without this Biafra, there will be no peace in this land. Mr. Tinubu, it is better you done the rightful thing at the right time. We have never gotten any problem with the Yorubas. I know the reason why I'm telling you this. You can never face what Hausa and Fulanis face in the hands of Igbos. I must to make it openly to you. Releasing them the Kalo right away. Release Mr. Tinubu. Releasing them the Kalo right away. The same way you release Sunday Igboho, releasing them the Kalo. Now I want to explain this to the people. This is what I have went to receive from my government. Yes, this is the cars. I went to receive it from my government. I haven't been around since all this while, and they have been looking at me all over the area, looking away to destroy my life because of Nambu Onyezoku. Because if I am there to tell the truth, that is why they are seeking and looking away to destroy my life. What did I do to these people? And I must keep on telling the truth. No retreat, no surrender. We can never surrender, no retreat. No, it can never happen. And I must to tell you, I'm about to travel finally. I am about to travel finally. My returning back will be with her. Tinubu, I am giving you this date. Take that date you put for Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has no case with you. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu, that 15th of December is too far. And let me tell you, all of you that is from DOS, you can look very well. You can never get gentle. You can never get me. My life is not in your hand, and there's no way you can get me. If you like, place a more tanker all over the area. If you like, carry fighter jet all over the area. I must tell you something. Only but one day, all of you must pay for all this. Only but one day, all of you must pay for all this. I come again. I am about to travel. Now I will make the world understand my capability. I am going to let the world understand my level in this society. I will tell the world. In fact, I must let the world know this. I am a qualified. I am a qualified.
update. Please click the icon on the top right corner of your screen to watch my next video. You will enjoy it. I will see you again in my next update. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.